bad.
Like I say, all it was just lighting. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Yes.
Hello. Right. This is our third attempt today because technical issues and
after about half an hour trying to get this thing to work.
pretty much. But this is TheoryCraft. This is Ben. This is Jack, and we like to rant, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So today's topic, if you haven't seen the actual name on the video, is all about fusion characters. Fusion characters, you're wondering? Yes, fusion characters. Back in the mid-90s, when the comics were going bust, Marvel and DC were trying so hard to try and clamber what money they could, they designed Amalgam Comics, which ended up being a fusion of DC and Marvel characters, which we're going to talk about today. And so, we have our list. So, Jack, which one shall we talk about first?
Come on, let's start with let's start with Steve Rogers. Let's start with Super Soldier.
So, Super Soldier, the most pathetic name for a character of an amalgamation of Superman and Captain America,
But yeah, except first thing, it's kind of the first name you come up with when you've ran out of ideas, or you have no ideas.
Well, I mean, the fact that Steve Rogers is already a Super Soldier sort of defeats the point of calling him Super Soldier. But there we go.
I don't know, Mega Soldier? Super Soldier?
See, I'm surprised they didn't go for Super American, because, like, it would have part of Super from Superman.
And obviously Captain America, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's a bit less of a...
But this is Marvel, when anything makes sense perfectly.
Well, it's Marvel and DC Amalgam Comics. I think halfway through they just gave up. I really do. I mean, it's so underrated, this whole story arc, that there's literally 250 words at the most on this page we're just looking at. What can I say, folks? It's, well, Captain America with the weirdest cowl showing off blonde hair, because why not? He's got a shield that looks like Superman's shield, which is a bit of an odd one, because how the hell are you supposed to protect anyone with a diamond-shaped shield? It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a whole new video. That's a whole nother video I was watching a few days ago. Where it's actually talking about like the aesthetics of like a shield, like for the round one, for the vibranium ones, adamantium, so on. Like what is actually even talking about like the ricochet qualities, all that kind of thing.
Going off on a tangent, which is what we do on here. Look at it. Oh my god.
Okay, you guys can't see this, but
right, so we're looking at images from the Amalgam Comics.
I'm sure we can put them in post.
Exactly. And so, as we all know, Clark Kent, in his Clark Kent mode, if you want to call it, he has glasses and baggy clothes. Looks really, really bad when you have it in Amalgam Comics when it's Steve Rogers basically in nerd uniform, which, oh my...
There's no other way to put it. Just
no. I mean, the thing is, the worst part though is like when he's in his superhero form, he has a cowl that covers his eyes. So why is he wearing the glasses in his normal form? That makes no sense. That really doesn't. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, but obviously, like, I understand, like, when you're trying to go off of, like, the whole DC thing about Superman and everything, but, you know, just doesn't make any sense, obviously, I mean, but mind you, this doesn't.
I mean, I am wondering, during the 90s, what were they on? There's got to be some sort of inducing product of some kind when they were coming up with this, because what the absolute fudge. Like, I mean, there are... As we go through the list, you can understand how badly they gave up partway through.
Yeah.
I mean, let's have a look. Go back. Go to the list. So, I mean, there are some very clever ones. Like there's Dark Claw, which is a merging of Wolverine and Batman.
Which is pretty much my favourite one.
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty damn badass. I mean, let's have a look. So... I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just, looking at all this stuff, it's hard to explain what they were on. I mean, they had such a good premise of what they could have done, like fusing the two universes. That was an amazing idea.
Yeah.
And then they just went, we'll take half of his story and we'll take half of his story and just, super group together and hope for the best. Because, like... I don't understand. I really don't. Like,
except the only thing is when you go on Comic Find, and you just read through like the first like 2 sentences of like the whole summary of what the character is, you can just see just how ridiculous it sounds and hear how ridiculous it sounds.
well, it's like it says when Logan Wayne was only 5, he witnessed his parents' murder. Right, so you're taking Batman's origins, fair enough.
Yeah,
Logan went to live with his uncle in Alberta, Canada. So you basically just doing half and half of the 2 origin stories. Okay, so he's not Canadian, but he lives in Canada with his uncle. Logan was sent to home run
even though
hang on, Logan was sent to home ran by nuns.
Wait, hang on, let me read this.
Right,
wait, so Logan was sent to home ran by nuns.
Right, yeah, okay. And this would be his home until he was 18. But okay, so yeah, okay, you're trying to make it his own thing as well. But
come on.
But like I've never known anyone that's been taken in by nuns other than Daredevil to become a vigilante later on in life. But he had a genuine reason why. Was because his eye was battered by acid and he ends up becoming superhero powered.
And then obviously like later on his father gets murdered.
Exactly. So... like there's a genuine reason. But this is like they just went, sod it, we'll just put this, that and the other in. I mean,
it's kind of like you just like had all different names in like 2 hats and just pulled out these 2 and gone, oh, let's just put those together.
I mean, I'm looking at
Should we put any thought into it? No. Hope for the best.
I'm looking at this and it says like what his powers are.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to read like the power. So he does have a healing factor, right?
But does he have the adamantium skeleton?
Well,
still?
This is what I was trying to decipher from the image because the look on his claws.
It looks like he does have the adamantium.
Yeah, but what I was going to say, like the claws don't look like his normal claws. They look like weaponized claws. You know, like the fake
they look like the gloves. You know, when
they look
like the ones he originally wore in the Hulk.
Yeah. But then it looks like he got bored and decided to eat some of it. If you look, had a nibble on them. It's like, I am the knight, but I'm also hungry.
Again, being all nitpicky. Why? Why do you have to tinker with that design? Like, you don't need to. I know it's meant to be Batman and everything and Wolverine, but
the thing is, like, the black and the yellow looks so odd because it looks like a cross between it looks like a gothic tiger.
But then even you got the blue tint and everything in the costume as well, which is a staple like through the comics as well.
But like I said, it looks like a gothic tiger. It's like, I'm Tony the Tiger. No, go. There.
It's like, but I also love listening to Suicide Silence.
That reminds me of the Vine of where someone that's goofy does the Evanescence song. Wake me up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the thing is, again, they were so close to coming to a really cool idea, and then they just went, well, we got half of this, half of that, and just
smash it again and just hope for the best.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of things to do with him that was really well thought out. But just why not just actually draft out what were the best parts of each character and just like actually merging it instead of doing well, it's half of this and half of that and hope for the best.
Yeah, instead of actually trying to create a character which, even though it is completely ridiculous, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
I mean, it says here that Darkclaw's entire skeleton, including his claws, is infused with adamantium at a molecular level. So it is like staying to the Wolverine-esque.
Yes.
But, like I say, it's just like it's so odd. Like, this is the most random thing, and like this isn't even half of it yet. I mean,
like, we're only 2 characters in already.
I know. I mean, there are some things where I feel like they gave up entirely naming it, which is our next character, Doctor Strange Fate. If you didn't know, there's Doctor Fate, there's Doctor Strange. Oh shit! Why not just go Doctor Strange Fate? Like, seriously, I mean, there wasn't even an attempt at making it completely new character. It was just sod it, they're both doctors, we'll just put their surnames together.
Again, just couldn't be bothered to come up with ideas.
Exactly. I mean, like, there's next to nothing about this character here. Like, the only thing about him is the fact that it's two magic users, which
Yeah,
again,
but then like if you put in like two drastically similar characters together, then it's kind of I don't know. I can't even form the words.
it's
No,
sort of self-defeating because it's
I
like
can't even form the words together to explain.
I mean, they with Marvel recently they did Infinity Warps, which was a merging of their own characters in the universe. It was like Infinity War, but instead of deleting half the universe, it was merging the two parts of the universe together.
Yeah.
So you had X-23 and you had Scarlet Witch merged together, and you get Hex 23, which was a good idea because it was science and magic. But with this, it's just like, let's just do him, and it's like, okay.
Sometimes similarities just don't attract.
I mean, it's like we go towards like the villain section for a brief moment, and we got Hyena,
which is a combination of Sabretooth and the Joker.
Exactly, which looks pretty damn cool.
But the character, look at the pitch, does look wicked.
But again, it's like there's next to nothing here. I mean, it's just literally all I can say is it's literally Sabretooth that's been Jokerized. That's all there is. Like
Sabretooth without a beard and Joker makeup.
Pretty much.
To put it quite simply.
Pretty much. But there's like next to no information on him. I'm looking at it says here powers, gadgets.
Yeah, but
since when did Sabretooth need gadgets? And neither did the Joker. He's insane. Like all he needs is a knife.
You got Sabretooth, which has got ultimately his healing factor and his ferocity and his
insanity.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's just dear God. I mean, what else we got? I mean, we got Dr. Doomsday. Okay, like
at first sounds like a really cool name, cool character.
But then you look at him and it just looks like Dr. Doom that's just got the Hulk merged with him.
Just Dr. Doom and Doomsday.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Doomsday was...
It looks like Dr. Doom's just been hitting the gym quite hard over the last
pretty much. But the thing is though, with Doomsday, he was in a sense DC's equivalent to the Hulk till they made their recent idea, which is Damage.
Yeah.
But again, it's like Dr. Doom and Doomsday, like there was no effort to that. Oh, they both got the word Doom in it. We may as well put them
again. That's like 3 characters we found that are drastically similar. So
yeah, I mean, the thing is, the only upside to Doomsday is the fact that when you kill him, you can't kill him again with the exact same thing. But looking at this, like, no one knows if he has that power in the comic because there's nothing here. I mean, it's like it's merging Doctor Doom, the smartest man in all of Marvel, compared to Reed Richards and Tony Stark. But then you got like this behemoth of a thug character from DC, which basically just regenerates and can never die from the same thing he got killed by. Huh? What do you add to that? Like, oh, you kill me with a butter knife. No, you can't do it now. Like, okay. Yeah, okay. No, that's fair enough. I like that idea. But then you're merging him with the smartest man alive. The smartest man alive would know how to not die at all. Like, because he's got contingency plans. He's the smartest man alive. So it's like...
Wait, so the smartest man in the world can't even figure that out?
Yeah. This is my point. Like, you're merging the dumbest character in all of DC with Marvel's smartest character, which seems to counterbalance the two. Because
it's just when you spoke that sentence, it just boggles your mind. It's just saying that sentence.
Like, I mean, if they ever do this again, which I highly doubt, I hope to bloody God that they actually do attempt a bit more than just going, oh, I like his name, I like their name. Like, that's pretty much it with half of this. I mean, like, here's the funniest...
Oh, come on, let's have a look at this.
The funniest, like, villain in all of this is Thanos' side. Like, but it sounds
Thanos
but it sounds a bit too... How can I say? Third Reichy?
Yeah, like just read it again. Right?
Thanos side.
Yeah.
Like,
or it sounds like an anti-anxiety medication or something.
I mean, it could also be a weight loss drug. Thanos side. Like,
take our new fan outside, you can lose a stone in a week.
Yeah.
As well as your sanity.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just like, you look at him, he looks so odd. Like, Thanos is meant to be purple behemoth, like really like, I am the Undying, I'm obsessed with Mistress Death. And then you got Darkseid.
Yeah, like hence obviously the name Mad Titan. So.
Yeah, and then you got like Darkseid, who's obsessed with the anti-life equation, which is the DC's basically mind control equation, which can control all life throughout the entire universe, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's basically his like obsession compared to Thanos' obsession with the Infinity Stones and everything.
Yeah,
but like it looks like he's wearing a I'm trying to think of the right word. Is it a unitard? Yeah, it's like a blue unitard, like skin tight.
There's no getting around it. It looks like Andre the Giant's singlet.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was gonna say, what's the annoying guy in America that was big in the like 90s and 80s with the afro and did all the dance?
I was about to say Trump for a second.
No, not Trump. He was really flamboyant. He was really irritating. He did all these like dance studios like. It's going to really bug me now.
I know you're on about, but I can't remember.
Well, we'll probably get to it eventually. But the whole point is, like, he's wearing this blue unitard thing, and then he's got a gold belt. Like, huh? Like, there's just... I mean, like, it's like his skin as well. It's trying to be a combination of Darkseid's grey and then Thanos' purple, which is cool. But it just looks like he's had a really, really odd, like, skin, like, fake tan.
No, the odd thing is, like, when you just look at the picture, which hopefully will be up on screen, like, when you look at the picture without seeing the name or anything, I honestly thought it was Apocalypse. I thought it was Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Here we go. We got an even better image here. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like,
obviously, I can't even.
I just like. So we're looking at one of the like close-up images, and there's a bit of a shot of I don't know who she's amalgamated with. We'll find her in a minute. But basically, Diana Prince, who is of course Wonder Woman, up against Thanos side, and her wrists are bound by some sort of fiery thing, which is kind of Wonder Woman's weakness. But that's a thing to discuss for another time.
Unless at this time he's got the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's just...
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, we're swiftly moving on, because otherwise we're going to be stuck with this forever. I mean, this was actually quite a cool-looking idea, is Mariner, which is basically the amalgamation of Namor and Aquaman, which makes sense, because they're both aqua people.
And if you're a true Marvel fan, if you've not heard of the Submariner, then...
Well, yeah,
the Submariner was one of the first characters created for Marvel.
Well, yeah, because he was...
and he had all different stories like Tales to Astonish and all those kind of ones.
Well, essentially, I think he was in Fantastic Four early on comics.
He was at some point, wasn't he?
Yeah,
there was quite a few stories for him in the Human Torch, I think, as well.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I think I could be wrong. I'm not certain.
Well, there's two different Human Torches in Marvel, though, because there was one that worked with Captain America and the Howling Commandos, which ended up being an android, which you see in Captain America First Avenger, that red mannequin.
Yeah, I remember.
That was the android one, and then you again end up getting the Fantastic Four version years later. And I got a feeling that Namor was battling against the android one first, and then it was the Fantastic Four one.
Okay, so just very quickly, I just want to get this out of the way. Do you remember in X-Men Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
Was that the Human Torch in that film?
No. Because,
so who was that?
Days of Future Past. So
it's just only when I watched the film and I went, "Hey, what's the Human Torch doing in this film?" Well, when I first watched it.
I don't think. No. I'm trying to remember who it was now.
It's gonna fuck up. Let me see. is actually a struggle to find this character now, even on this.
What scene was he in?
Like, mostly, pretty much in, like, he was in the beginning of 5 minutes of the movie. You know, when they're battling in the, it's in like a warehouse or something, like a temple or something like that. Pretty much battles with the temple in China. But for the life of me, I just couldn't remember who it was. Sunspot.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunspot.
Because the thing is, he was meant to turn up in the New Mutants movie.
Yeah.
Which has been completely scrapped now, by what I can imagine. We may have to switch the light. If you can grab the light that's on top of your speaker, because the light on top of the camera is dark. Oh, well, yeah, it is dying. Because I thought it was getting faded.
Okay, so what button do I press?
No, just grab the one behind you and screw it on top.
Oh.
Yeah, and then there's an on and off switch, obviously, and you can screw it on top of it. The light, you can screw the light on top of the other light.
Oh, a light on top of, oh my god.
Sorry guys, I'm teaching him how to use my camera, because, yeah. Technical difficulties, we'll be right back.
If you see me on Phantasma Paranormal, I don't have all this trouble. I know what I'm doing. Kind of.
Debatable.
Shut up.
Dear. Well, we got one viewer at least, so it's better than nothing, and we've been going for about 20 odd minutes. Do you want me to do the light, because you're having a bit of issue?
Yeah, because I don't know if it's, how does it extend? What the hell am I doing? I never touched one of those things before.
There we go. Right, so we're back to normality. You can sit yourself down. I'm trying to find a spare battery so we can actually keep going.
Oh.
But yeah, so that was Sunspot, not
yeah, it's just up until even though being a devout Marvel fan, up until seeing Days of Future Past X-Men, I'd never heard of Sunspot. So I was really like confuzzled by that movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mutants that haven't been used in the films, which I am hoping when it comes to the MCU ones, we get a bit more diversity.
Yeah.
Because while I do love mutants, don't get me wrong, like they barely scratch the surface, and now that we've got the excuse of them interacting with everyone else, there's nothing more to stop.
Exactly.
But anyway, back to fusion characters. Right,
we're back on track.
Right. And there we go. See? Much better. We can actually be seen. Right, so we are looking at Mariner. So yeah, as I was saying, amalgamation of the two aquatic characters, the most logical thing you can do, to be fair. And he does look pretty badass.
Does look pretty cool looking at the pictures.
The thing is, I swear they were doing plans for Namor in the MCU, and then nothing ever happened. Like, I don't know why they gave up. I think it was either they were just a bit too worried because nobody liked the Justice League Aquaman, even though Aquaman's own film was pretty damn good.
Well, it depends because like around that time they're having such a massive influx of like movies as well.
Yeah.
With the Avengers and everything, so may have not wanted to like take away from that.
Possibly.
You know, it could have been that because when did Aquaman come out? Was it like 2017? 2018?
Pretty sure it was last year, yeah.
Yeah.
But, well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the thing is, we got the Eternals coming out in next year-ish, so it could easily pave the way for all sort of mutantish characters, which would easily explain how Namor works.
Yeah.
But who knows? Right, so where are we on the list? Right, so this one I really don't understand why they chose the two of them. But here we go. So we got Thorian. So essentially you got DC's Orion, which is a new god. And I'm not very clued up on the new gods, but essentially it's... Ironically, the new gods and Darkseid and Apocalypse, they were all written by the same guy that did the Eternals.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I think it was... I can't remember which one he did first. I think it was New Gods he did first. DC didn't like it, so then he just literally copied and pasted it and went off to Marvel.
Put it quite simply.
Yeah, well, it's like the same tangent-ish thing that they're like otherworldly gods, which is all fair enough. But then you got Thor, which is an actual god, with Orion, who is seen as a god but isn't a god. Because with DC, they're a bit finicky with who is and who isn't an actual god. But it's just like, you look at the costume on here, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
it just, like, what the absolute...
It looks more like a transformer.
It does. Like, it looks like if Soundwave decided to actually be a good guy for once, because he's got, he's one step away to turning into a cassette player.
I was going to say, it looks like a possible, like, love child of Optimus Prime.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like if Optimus Prime and Iron Man had a kid. Because you got like the red and gold, you got the silver, and then you got, what on earth is that for a weapon? Like,
it looks like one of the Zords in Power Rangers.
We'll have to show you guys later on in post. But basically, this hammer looks like something like you would use to construct, I don't know what, but it's just like,
what the hell can you construct with that thing?
Well, you know, when you're a kid and you have Legos and you decide to make your own like thing, and it never looks the way you want it to. That's pretty much it. Like, it just looks like...
Or maybe just run out of Lego.
Pretty much. I mean, like, you've done like the hilt of this... I don't know if it's meant to be a hammer or if it's meant to be a giant key, because it almost looks like a key, but then it's like the wrong way around.
It does not look like a hammer. It doesn't look like a hammer.
I don't know. Like, I mean, the only damage you would do is probably more to yourself than to anyone else.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I mean, it's just like, what the fudge? Like, we even look at this one here where, like, the images on here are so tiny because there's next to nothing to him. Like,
there's barely anything.
There's nothing here. Like, even the actual hammer itself. Like, what the... It just looks like he tried to... I don't know. I don't know. It looks like he's trying to make a sledgehammer and then just gave up.
No, see, look, click on this one. Have a look at this thing. Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Like...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have words for this one, to be honest.
I mean, there are plenty more characters we're looking at for the moment.
All right, let's just quickly move on, please.
Right, so we go to... I'll tell you what, we'll go to Colonel Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Colonel Bruce Wayne.
You did hear that right.
Like, this doesn't make sense to me, because
we're getting into the ridiculous ones now. The most ridiculous ones.
Basically, it's a fusion of Bruce Wayne and Nick Fury. But they already fused Batman with Wolverine. Huh? Last I checked, there's only one Bruce Wayne.
So yeah, you got like these these characters in the exact same universe. Yeah. So it does make any logical sense whatsoever.
Just... See, this is the thing. Like, if they were gonna do that, they should have had him be Darkclaw at the same time.
Because at the same time, Bruce Wayne is Batman. So
yeah, I mean, there have been other people that have been Batman, which
I understand that, but this is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
so
if they wanted to do a Batman fusion and then a Bruce Wayne one, what they could have done is during, I think it was the 80s, there was a story called Nightfall, which is basically Azrael becomes Batman and he has like this mech suit, which is really cool. We could have had Azrael and then you could have had Wolverine as Darkclaw. Because Azrael is a nut job, basically.
Yeah.
But he does briefly become Batman. And then you could have had Bruce Wayne and Nick Fury for this. But I don't know what it's just... Like, there's no words to explain what they did with this. Like, I swear they gave up halfway through. Like, this is... Again, there's another one here where they obviously completely gave up because
Captain Marvel and Captain Marvel.
Well, this is the thing. This is why Captain Marvel for the DC side had to be renamed as Shazam, because of the whole issue being the fact that Marvel also had their own Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
despite the fact that DC had the rights to Captain Marvel first.
I don't care how popular like the Shazam film is. I freaking hate that character. I don't care how popular it is.
I mean, the thing is with Shazam, it's an interesting concept, but it's so easy to defeat him. You just have to hypnotize him because he's still a kid at heart, and then just make him say Shazam, and he's a kid again. That's it. Like, that's the easiest way to stop him. I mean, it's like you got Black Adam, who will be played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and is basically a bad guy version of Shazam, who's had powers for centuries. And it's like I was watching a film it was an animated film with him in it, and the way that he defeats him just makes him say the words Shazam, but because he's been 1,000 years old, he ages so quick and he goes to dust. Like, the last time I saw an enemy die that quickly was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Sorry, but I think I really need to say this. Pointless!
Yeah, but it's just like... I mean, there are some of these characters, like... They were trying so hard. They really were.
Like some of them you can tell definitely had a solid idea behind it. But...
Yeah. But then there are some things where you just think, where were you going with this? So it's like, I'm a massive fan of Doom Patrol because of the TV series. Have you heard of Doom Patrol?
Yeah, I've heard.
So essentially, you've got Niles Calder, who is basically Doom Patrol is like DC's version of X-Men, but Niles Calder is a ginger dude in a wheelchair instead of a bald dude. And then you got him merging with Cable. Why not just merge him with Charles Xavier? We'll get to that one in a minute anyway. But, like, Niles Cable. What? Like, there's nothing on... There's 100 words. X-Patrol. Like,
honestly, this paragraph is so friggin' short. It's like, what, 2 sentences? No, 3 sentences.
Yeah. Like, like the X-Patrol. That just sounds like Paw Patrol when they've retired. Like, when, I hate to say it to you, kiddies, but doggies don't live forever. And they will have to retire, and then someone's going to have to take a shotgun and go out back.
Yeah, take them around the back of the shed.
Exactly. But, like, we're looking at the powers, and there's, what, 5 powers? Intellect. I didn't think that was a superpower.
Yeah, but that's a given.
Leadership. That's not a superpower.
No.
Super strength.
Maybe. Telepathy.
And then you got unarmed combat.
Yeah, but that's not a power.
Right, so he's literally got 2 powers, of which it depends. Is he in a wheelchair? If he's not in a wheelchair, I'm going to be so... He's not in a wheelchair! That's so disappointing! But...
No, wait, hang on. What's going on in this frame here? The bottom one.
Oh, good grief.
Wait, no, he is in a wheelchair.
Right, so... like,
or some kind of...
So that's not... So, like... Okay, so like, there must be a point where his legs or something must be cut off to, like, tied to the idea that they're both wheelchair bound. But then you look at the rest of this, and basically it just looks like Cable if he was a Scottishman. That's literally it. Like
a Scottish Cable.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's nothing else to it. It's just literally Scottish Cable, which just sounds like a really bad TV series.
Now we're gonna have to resort to calling like this character now Scottish Cable for the rest of this video. Now
Scable. Oh, okay, laddie. I'm Scable. I'm Scable.
You sure you can get a cream for that? I think.
Kid-friendly content. SpongeBob.
Okay.
Anyway, right.
Moving on.
Runaway. Now this one looks really cool. I don't know who she's merged with, but you can tell it's Rogue in the picture.
Yeah.
So
Rogue
and Gypsy. Oh yes. Right. So Gypsy basically is able to have reality affecting power. She basically can sense the multiverse. Like, there's her, and then there's Vibe, and then there's her dad, called Breacher. They all have the same power set. They can literally sense anything throughout the multiverse. They literally are tuning fork for the multiverse, so they can tell when certain things from a different reality come into their own reality.
Yeah.
Because everything runs at a different frequency. I keep doing that. And that's a really cool merging, because the thing is with Rogue, is her powers are literally. Yeah, you.
Sorry, just getting a call from my mum.
Yeah, no worries.
Hello? Hello? I don't think she's pocket dialed me just then. But I could hear her in the background talking to my nephew going, Granny's got to go to work, darling!
But yeah, so you got.
Anyway, carry
you
on.
got Rogue, who can literally absorb anyone's memories and powers, and then you got Gypsy, who can sense stuff through the multiverse, can create like vibrational blasts. But it doesn't say that here. Like, you got Chameleon. Huh?
Yeah, but Chameleon, flight, obviously, for Rogue, intellect.
Come on, Chameleon.
Leadership, not power.
Yeah.
Shapeshifter.
I mean, depending on who she takes the powers from, I suppose, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, the entire thing of this amalgam comics, they had such potential, and then they just went, like, there was so much, like, the artwork on these characters.
It's like the premise is there, the idea is there.
And then they just go, I give up. I mean, who's this? This is Dial Husk. Now, I remember Dial H for Hero, and Husk in... Who the hell's Husk? I've never heard of Husk.
I've never heard of Husk either. Okay, this is new.
But basically, Dial H for Hero was a thing during the 80s and 90s. You basically had a rotary phone and you had to dial the words hero and it would shapeshift you into a random hero from a different universe. They brought it back recently and it's an amazing idea. Because the thing is as well, like, you can also...
It's not as goofy as it sounds.
Oh, it is. It really is. But there's, like, if you were to, like, dial in the word villain, you turn into a villain from a different universe.
Yeah.
Like, you literally switch places, which is really cool, but it's really odd as well, because it's like... I was saying to someone the other day, I think me and you are probably the last generation know how to use a rotary phone, or know what a rotary phone is.
Yeah.
Like,
I've actually used a rotary phone a few times.
Any kids that are under the age of probably 19, I'm going to guess at this.
First of all, how are you here?
But basically, you had this old-fashioned phone, so instead of dialing and pressing the buttons, you had a circular disc.
Yeah,
and
then you'd have to go around to the number, then it would spin back to 0, then you have to do it again.
And if you did one digit wrong, you had to hang up and start again.
So yeah, so to put it quite simply, if you was like trying to ring the emergency services and everything, by the time you got through, they're dead. So, like, ringing your parents was a freaking nightmare.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, so essentially, from what I can gather with this idea, was the fact that instead of like switching characters, I think they just literally became the characters, and that was it.
Yeah, and when you got like the list of powers, which is a mile long,
which is basically every single person's about a power that we have.
Yeah. So
but when was feral a power?
It's not.
I mean, if that's a superpower, you've got to come around new and now on a Saturday night. They're feral.
Yeah, like a feral dog or a...
I was more thinking feral winning, but there we go. Anyway, Magneto.
Yeah, but it depends. Are you talking about the ones with 2 legs or 4?
Anyway.
Yeah, that one. All right, anyway.
Magneto.
So, Eric Magnus.
Which is the leader of the Metal Men, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And obviously,
so
Magneto.
Eric Lancashire, Magneto, and Will Magnus.
So Magneto and the Magnetic Man. How would that work? Because the thing is, if you have too many magnets, does that mean you'll get stuck together or you get pushed apart, depending on the polarity?
Like this where it's going to get sciencey.
Because like if you...
That's right. That's an interesting question.
Because the thing is, like, if they all got magnetic powers, they're obviously going to have to be like different polarities, otherwise they won't work.
Yeah, but also like for like the magnetic fields as well, they're going to be immense as well. So does that mean that they're going to end up like somehow like flipping the poles or something that?
Or, like, I was more thinking that if they're going to be called to action, they all have the same like stuck polarity. They're going to be stuck going out the door like.
I just see problems with that. I just see loads of problems.
it's just electronic. So basically, because of course the thing is,
of course, it's going to cause electronic disruption.
well, the thing is with Magnus, he had no powers. He just literally created the Metal Men. So that's literally like you look at this list, and it's trying to combine the powers of one person, combine the other, which makes sense. But the thing is, like, Magnus only has intellect. That's his one power, and then the rest of it is all Magneto's, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 powers.
Yeah.
For one guy that's got intelligence, but then it's like Magneto's got intelligence already.
Yeah.
So what? Like, I mean, like I say, they're just merging the two because it's like, oh, this is a metal gun. This is a metal gun.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work.
No. I mean, I'm trying to think.
Right. So who else we got then?
Oh, we've got loads. Like, there's 8 pages worth of this, so
8 pages.
I'm trying to go for like the best ones we can find that don't question it too much. So I think this one is meant to be Hulk and somebody else. No,
it's not.
Beast Boy and Marvel's Beast, and it's Beastling. But it just basically looks like the Hulk if he ate too much spinach.
Or if he ate a porcupine or a hedgehog.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at these images. Like, I understand what they're trying to do because Beast literally is a beast, and then there's like.
But it's just when you go to this like picture in the bottom, like in the top right here, there's actually I can understand where they're going with it. It's pretty cool.
But the thing is, like with Beast Boy, he's meant to shapeshift in and out of different animal forms.
Yeah.
With Beast, he's literally just a beast.
He's one form. He's Beast.
Well, because originally he was just a guy with weird feet, and then
obviously he invented the serum which we thought was going to cure him, and then Hank ended up turning into the Beast,
which makes sense.
Yeah.
But with this, I don't know. It literally looks like the Beast ate too much spinach.
It looks like a green beast.
Yeah, it's either Beast with a cold or he ate too much spinach. Like.
Right, so going into like the character info.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
I mean, like so little.
Just one sentence, really.
In his childhood,
Hank was infected by an unknown kind of fever that was killing him,
which is Beast Boy's origin.
To save from death, his parents injected him with an experimental serum that not only saved his life but also gave him green fur and power to transform into any creature, which is Beast Boy.
That's literally just Beast Boy.
There's
no attempt.
It's Beast Boy but green.
Yeah.
You know,
well, Beast Boy
looks like Beast, obviously.
Beast Boy was already green.
You know where I was going with it.
But it's like Beast. There was no attempt. Like.
Look, powers. Look, insanely rich.
I love that superpower. I'd like to know.
I think I would as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love the logic of that. Like, how is that a superpower?
Submariner.
I mean, that makes... Yeah, but the thing is, half of these powers that you've got here is all underneath the main one, which is shape-shifting.
So, why do you just have just that...
Like, wall clinger, not wall climbing. It's wall clinger. Does that mean I'm literally going... and then just staying there? Because it reminds me of those toys when I was a kid where it's like the most sticky hands and feet. Like, you just...
Oh, yeah, like those figures that you threw at the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
But I can't move. Shoot. I mean, super sight.
Well, that's depending on what character the Beast Boy is transforming into.
Yeah, but from what I remember,
like as an eagle,
doesn't Beast have reading glasses? Because I remember in the 19s cartoon show, he had reading glasses.
That's a good point to bring up, actually.
So
that's a good point to bring up.
This is a thing I want to ask. When he's like his animalistic beastie form, he obviously has like a better vision because it's like the animal instinct of the eyes. Like I've never known any animal to need glasses. I mean, heaven forbid the idea that a tiger needs glasses. I shudder the idea of what I'm making up. Tiger, it'll kill me.
And lo and behold, he does in fact wear glasses.
But this is the thing that I don't understand. Why does he wear glasses? He wouldn't need them.
If he has, like, the power to have super sight, you know?
We're going off on a very odd tangent anyway. I love this one for a power. Escape artist. like last I checked, Beast has superpowers and he And Beast Boy can shapeshift into animals. So unless that's the logic that you can literally shapeshift into a bigger animal to escape the cage, and that's how you get an escape artist power.
Yeah.
No. That's not escape. That's not escapology. That's just going.
No.
Duplication. Is that just?
Yeah, but
is that a
wait,
posh way?
hang on. Does that mean?
Well, I was wondering if they're trying to reword it as something else, which you kids
'cause
aren't
that-
old enough to know yet.
Yeah, because that does not make any sense.
Because Beast Boy can't duplicate.
Nor can Beast.
Well, I was going to say he's not. He doesn't like splice himself in. Huh?
I don't understand that one.
Pheromone control. What? Hang on. Beast never had pheromone control anyway, and neither did Beast Boy. So, huh? Unless it's Valentine's Day. That's the only time I think that would make any sense.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have like testosterone. Like,
Bow,
floating
chicka,
up.
wow, Anyway, right. I'm trying to find like. What the fudge?
Oh god, now we're getting into really dodgy
So
territory.
you know you're sort of really sucking at characters when you have to invoke Nazis. I mean, Ultra Metallo.
If you could only see
Ultimo
this
and Metallo.
if you could only see this picture, I mean,
There's only one. There's literally just one image. So that's
I don't need to see anymore. That's enough.
basically. Oh my god.
It's basically like Iron Man as a Nazi. War Machine is a Nazi.
I was gonna say it's more like
Iron Giant as a Nazi.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's even got like the weird crab claws. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
But, like there's no. I mean,
why?
I mean, we go back to like the actual information about him. Ultra Metal was a mighty robot, literally in quotation. So like, you obviously know, like.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm reading this, and it was just like.
You don't want to read it out, do you?
No. I mean, I understand that comics is about imagination, the world of imagination.
Yeah, I understand, but
like, obviously, like there's literally 4 things about powers: gadgets, invulnerability, super strength, unarmed combat. It's a robot with a Nazi symbol.
it's a bloody robot.
I mean, unarmed combat. Like, you can defeat that with an arm wrestle so easily. It has no fingers. It's just literally pins and claws. like unarmed combat. Huh? How's it meant to hold a knife? It would fall through the gap in the hands. Like, just like Christ on a bike.
Christ on a bike.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anymore. I really don't.
Man,
I mean,
that's a headache. Oh yeah, I just looked at this. Two-faced goblin.
So, oh good God, Norman Osborn, I feel
Right,
sorry for
brace
you.
yourselves for this one.
See, they're not even trying with this. Like, it's literally Green Goblin with 2 goblin faces. It's not half and half. He's literally got the Green Goblin face, and then he's got a pale skin Goblin face in his hand.
And Two-Face is just a man. That's it. Really.
The thing is with Two-Face, he's insane, which is like Green Goblin.
Yes.
I mean, Harvey Osborn. So that.
Just reading the name is enough.
Yeah, I mean, Two-Face and Green Goblin. He is insane. An insane criminal and former member of the Terrible Three, alongside Scarecrow and Silicon Man. Hang on, we gotta look at Silicon Man because that just sounds like a plastic surgery gone wrong. Amalgamation of Sandman and Plastic Man. Okay, no, that's fair. I like that. Plastic Man is basically like he was like this 2-bit con artist that ended up being thwarted by Batman, and to redeem himself, he works with Batman because he ends up getting powers like stretchy abilities. He's literally like a really, really, really cheesy version of Mr. Fantastic.
But why the plastic though?
Well, because like I think it's just because there's Fantastic, Mr. Fantastic, and then you got try and similar power set, but try and make it rhyme. Plastic rhymes with fantastic. Not Barbie song before anyone says it. But Silicon Man. I mean, there's so little on him. There really is.
2 sentences.
Like, I mean, he looks pretty cool. I'll give you that. But like,
But only 1 image.
yeah, again, it's like Silicon Man. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because like you got sand, you got plastic.
I know,
But it looks like Dennis the Menace if he decided to go into a life of crime. We'll have to put the images up later on, obviously. But he's literally like, he's got a red and black stripy jumper, and then he's got goggles on. I have goggles, but that's for another reason. But like, I don't know.
They're magnified goggles.
Anyway, we're going back to Two-Faced Goblin. Like, we're looking at this image here, and like I say, it literally
just
you got the scarecrow thing there, right? Okay, so the goblin doesn't look any different, and then you got like,
what is this?
Harvey Dent. Like, what the fudge? What the absolute fudge? I mean, even the goblin bombs, it just looks like a pumpkin's been out too long.
Or a pumpkin with a wig, basically.
A toupee. It's either that or it's been sneezed on heavily. But it's just like, there's no attempt. There really isn't.
You can tell they just couldn't be bothered with this.
No. Like, there's just absolutely no attempt. Like, we look at all these powers, and I'm just thinking, yeah, you just sort of gave radiation, huh?
Well, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, the Hulk's got radiation because he's gamma, but is it radiation from half his face? Like, he'll slowly give you cancer by just half of his face?
Yeah, so do you mind if I just stand on this side of you,
like,
mate?
Like, I just had a really red sunburn. Do you want to share?
No, I'll just sit next to you on the bus on this side.
Just like,
this is getting. The further it goes, the more ridiculous it's getting.
It does. I mean,
oh, I want to have a look at this one.
What?
Bizarnage.
Bizarnage. Oh, so this is going to be a merging of Bizarro and Carnage.
And lo and behold, it is.
I mean, he looks pretty cool. I do like that.
Oh, which symbiote does he mostly look like?
Anti-Venom. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Anti-Venom if he just decided to do heavy mascara. Like, that's literally it.
Or originally, at first, I thought it could have been like a mixture of Silver Surfer.
I was going to say, that looks like if Casper lost his shit. Like, when Casper the Ghost is finally giving up, and he's like, sod this, yeah, it all. Like, what the hell?
I'm done being nice.
What the absolute hell?
Alright, so let's go on to the character wiki. Let's have a look.
One sentence.
Right.
A homicidal alien symbiote Bizarnage came to being in Project Cadmus, attempt to synthetically replicate alien DNA.
That is it.
Bizarnage has the ability to graft himself onto a human host. His alien elasticity allows him to easily avoid most direct attacks. Bizarnage has several bouts with Spider-Boy, which we'll get to in a minute. Spider-Boy has come out the winner in these battles so far.
It's Carnage with a different name.
And a different colour tone.
Exactly. No attempt at all. No bloody attempt.
There was so much attempt. Like, the thing is, like, obviously Carnage is the symbiote, and then you got Bizarro who's meant to be like the polar opposite of Superman. That would have worked so well. Like, you could have had like a psychotic.
This is definitely a missed opportunity with this. Missed opportunity.
I don't know. I mean, he's only in 5 issues. What did he do for 5 issues? The guy has like next to nothing in him.
Well, what can you do with this character?
Like,
what can you do?
Yeah, I don't
anyway,
know.
let's just
know.
bunk that off.
I mean, Night Spectre. So let's have a look. So Spectre is basically the Wrath of God in DC. You don't have God, you have the Wrath of God. And so you got Nightmare. Now that's quite cool, because Nightmare is one of Thor's villains. who's basically like the dream god,
Yeah.
essentially. Again, though, like there was so much potential, and then they just gave up. Like
That seems to be the recurring theme at the minute.
they make him look so badass.
He looks wicked. Looking at that, looks absolutely so cool.
Like that looks amazing.
Looks wicked.
Like it would be like a mixture of like God that's on Earth itself, like delivering justice, and then he could hunt you down in your dreams. But instead, he basically is a bad guy who his goal to collect the souls of power. The souls of power! Which includes only the purest of corrupt souls on Earth.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay, that's an oxymoron on itself, I'm sure. But that sounds more like Ghost Rider than it does anything else.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Like,
because obviously, like you have like obviously Ghost Rider, which is obviously trying to what's the word I'm looking for? I know what the sense I'm looking for, but obviously, like with his penance there and everything, trying to make people like atone for their sins.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, which is Ghost Rider with his penance there.
Well, the thing is, we'll do the amalgamation of Ghost Rider and the Flash, which is Speed Demon. Again, that would be an interesting combo.
And a good Michael Jackson song.
Yes. But the thing is, to me, like Speed Demon, it just like
I can understand where it's going, but
no, hang on a minute. Sorry, Speed Demon, the combination. So it's actually 3 characters. I just
Ghost Rider, the Flash, and
Etrigan. So Etrigan is something else entirely. So basically, Etrigan is this demon that used to work with Merlin, and he essentially gets bonded with a human called Jason Blood because Merlin decides to curse him with it, and so he lives forever from that.
Yeah.
Etrigan can only speak in rhymes, and the only way that he can manifest through Jason Blood is through the rhymes of "Gone, gone, the form of man, bring forth the demon Etrigan," and so essentially that's how it works.
Yeah.
And then he literally, he acts kind of like a mystic bounty hunter, in the sense that he works alongside all the different magicians and magic users in DC, but he essentially just keeps down all the other demons because Etrigan is a demon himself.
Yeah.
But it just like you're merging 3 characters now instead of 2. That makes you think that they just ran out of ideas or like working plots, and he's just like, right, we got a speedster, we got a bounty hunter that works for Satan, because apparently you can't have Satan in Marvel or any comics, because heaven forbid that you lean to one sort of religion than the other.
Don't do that because you're going to piss off a lot of people.
Exactly.
Just saying.
But then you merge him with Etrigan. But like, I mean, he looks amazing.
Yeah, I love this character. Looks so cool.
But what on earth are they doing? Like, what the fudge?
Just like the costume alone. Like
we got this bit here where you got like
for God's
you got an out of body experience of the Barry Allen bit, but then you got like the form of what he actually takes is a mixture of Ghost Rider and then Etrigan, because he's demonic. He has a demonic skull.
Yeah.
Which makes it look really badass, but it doesn't make sense. Because the thing is, Ghost Rider is technically a demon anyway, if you think about it.
I know.
So, I mean, let's look at the wiki about this, because I can obviously see that...
Let's see, when you had the Ghost Rider, which signed the contract...
So here we go. So this one actually has a lot more to it.
There's actually a decent amount of info on this. One day, Blaze is contacted by the wizard Merlin, who tells Blaze of a demon called Etrigan, which is the same demon who was bonded with Jay Garrick.
Yeah, Jay Garrick,
who has a long-standing hatred of Night Spectre and was probably the only demon strong enough to defeat Night Spectre. Merlin told Blaze how to summon the demon. Blaze had to chant, "Gone, gone, from the man arise the demon Etrigan."
So, I mean, we're looking at like the second, because it's saying here there's two speed demons. So the first one is Jay Garrick, which was the first Flash in the comics, which is fair enough. And you got Phantom Rider, which I'm assuming is the first Ghost Rider of sorts.
Is that like the first incarnation?
I think so, because I think when it was the Nicolas Cage one, the old guy that was the Western one, I think that was the Phantom Rider.
Yeah.
So you got, which is okay. That's an interesting idea, but then you add Etrigan into the mix, and it's just like
it gets lost in translation.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love the fact that they call him Blaze Allen instead of Barry Allen.
That's a wicked name, you know. Yeah.
But you could have called him. Well, I suppose you couldn't call him Barry Blaze because that just sounds like a really bad 70s character.
Or like the lead singer of like a hair metal band.
Yeah, I mean, but then he's like, because the thing is with Barry Allen, he's a CSI scientist, and then you got Johnny Blaze, who is a stunt motorcyclist. So they just gave up doing any sort of idea to do with Barry Allen and just give him Johnny Blaze's origin.
Just because.
Because it's more cool than a CSI guy. But then it's just like,
I don't know.
I mean, they were obviously on something when they were doing this. I know that much. That's all I can say. But then it's like, sorry, I'm looking at the power set, and it's like, sense death.
Really? You don't say.
There's a whole movie about that, and that's called The Sixth Sense. I see dead people. Do you really? Yeah, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. Really? Yeah, she's just about to... too late. Like, what could you do with a power like that? I sense death. Yeah, it's called work. I'm sorry. But like,
I'm not going to mention anything about my job because I don't want my boss to see this.
I mean, sense, yeah. But that sounds like the most.
What do you mean? You can sense like there's like an imaginary clock like above their head, you know, that you can see like when it's ticking down. Is that it?
I was more thinking that it's like the Grim Reaper just slowly, casually moves along the floor and he just goes, "Hi, Death." It's like Spidey sense. Like no one knows how it works, but it just works for the sake of working.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just like the Force. The Force is never explained either in Star Wars.
The first, the really long one. I mean, necromancy. Again, that kind of makes sense, but how is adaptive a power? Batman's adaptive. Like, all superheroes are adaptive because otherwise they wouldn't flipping win.
Otherwise, why would
nobody would win? I mean, I'm losing the logic in this. I really am. Because then it's like, where is it? You said it's immortal, but then you've got longevity. You have one or the other.
Yeah.
Because longevity basically means you can heal up, that you can die. But then you've got immortality, which means you can't die and you heal up. So you can't have both. Yeah. Like, oh my god, hang on, no. We're looking at the worst bit now. Kid Demon! So it's everything to do with these amalgams. Because the Beasters and the Ghost Riders, you've got like 3 generations for both. So you've got like Jay Garrick, you've got Barry Allen, and you've got Wally West. Wally West is the Kid Flash.
Yeah.
And then of course you've got like the Ghost Riders, so you've got the Phantom Rider, you've got Johnny Blaze, and then you get Danny Ketch for some weird reason. Because nobody ever knows of Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, because I think they gave up with it. Like, they completely revamped it with someone else, which is quite cool. But, like, you have Kid Demon. And Wally takes the name Kid Demon and uses a flaming motorcycle instead of running.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
So, like...
Oh. Much to Blaze's dismay, he lets Wally help in his fight against Night Spectre. The two have a long fight with Night Spectre and win. They destroy Night Spectre and free all the souls he had collected over the years. 2 of the souls were Jay Garrick and the first speed demon.
And Iris Sampson, who I'm assuming is the love interest for the speed demon, because Iris Weston is somebody else.
After the fight, Blaze is worried about Wally and his newfound powers, where he got them from. Blaze and Wally now travel around the world fighting demons and criminals alike. Right,
okay. So we'll leave that one for now, I think. But I mean, the thing is, like, they have all these amazing ideas, and then they just went, you know what, we won't do new origin stories, we'll just use half and half, and if we don't like it, we'll just use all of one side. Like, Silver Racer. Now...
Right, this is a new one on me, actually.
Silver Surfer and Black Racer. So Black Racer is basically, from what I can remember, is like the Grim Reaper, but for speedsters, because speedsters can outrun death itself. So Black Racer had to come along, and is the only way of, like, keeping up with them.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you look at him, and he's got the popped colour that every single superhero had in the 90s for whatever reason. Like, that's the most stupid idea. If you're going to be having, like, the ability that's super speed, which is what Silver Surfer and Black Racer are, that's going to really be bad wind resistance.
Exactly, because when you have flaps on a plane, which creates drag, making them slower.
Like, I mean, the only thing is, he looks like a really shiny Dracula. It's like...
Now you say that, I can actually see it.
It's like, it looks like Dracula's finally found a way of being out in the sun by just making his whole skin tone a mirror. Just, okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anymore, I really don't. I mean... Some of these ideas, I swear to... Right, let's have a look at this. Black Bat, who's probably... Oh, okay, I thought it was going to be Batwoman, but no, it's Batgirl and Black Cat. Now, the thing is, with Black Cat, is the most one of the most sexualized looking characters in all of Marvel Comics, let's be fair.
Yeah.
And then you give it to Batgirl, like... I don't like this. Information specialist and martial arts expert, the persistent Black Bat, even though the fact that she's showing her ginger hair, and she's not even black, her uniform's blue. So what the fuck? What the fuck? The persistent Black Bat chased down her lofty position. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry, where's the music to this now?
No, wait. I just want to read this sentence here.
Possessing the ability...
I just want to read this sentence. Though
normality stoic
leader rarely acknowledges feelings for anyone, he may just find himself subsequently to this cat seductive stalking. What is that? Like having a... What is that? Having a jiggly bits out while crawling on the floor? What the hell is that?
I mean, I know there is...
So, what is cat seductive stalking? What is that?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I know there was a brief moment where Batgirl and Batman hook up during the Killing Joke, which is fair. But if you're going to merge two characters, why not just do Catwoman and Black Cat? Because it would make more sense for the Bruce Wayne...
Which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because then it's not a sort of very... iffy, sexualized character. Like, we're looking at her now, and I swear to God, if she sneezed, she'd, like, rip her uniform, I'm sure. I'm sorry, but holy...
Look.
Like, holy bat boobs, Batman! Like, what the fudge?
Or is that going to become a meme now, or something in the coffin?
Look at the size of her waist! Like, her arms are as thin as her waist!
So she had, like, ribs removed or something. You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of, what's her name? Like, Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Like,
yeah.
That waist is just...
Like,
does she even have one?
I
thought her waist was her arm for a second.
I think she's had liposuction with Industrial Hoover. Just say what? But then, like, they gave up on the ass. But what? sorry, we're not meant to make this dodgy or anything, but it's like they went head really, really well, like really well drawn, and then you go down a bit, really skinny arms, wow, boobies, and then and then there's no ass, and then really thick legs. Like it's either there was 4 different guys that were just fantasizing their perfect woman and just ended up mix matching and hope for the best.
Aesthetically, this girl looks rubbish.
I mean,
aesthetically.
But then you look at the rest of it, and it's like there's only 4 images we can go by. Like what the? Like she's trying to fly, but it's like
hang on. I really have to stare at it. Hang on. First of all, what's going on with those legs? Jesus Christ!
That's what I mean. Like the legs, like you got like really thin.
What?
Like either she's stuffing a tightly skin. I don't know.
Smuggling like a pound of liver down.
Either
his
she's
pocket.
got melons in her ass. It's just like what the fudge. I mean, that's the only slightly normal looking image, and even still, it's like her suit looks like when Batman was black and grey.
I know.
Like, but then you look at like the Colonel Bruce. No, that's not even it. That's the Nightwing one. Well, I'll have to show you the Nightwing one in a minute. But like, look at him. He just looks like he's tripping on something. Look at those eyes. They're so square. Like this. Like, what the fudge?
Jesus. Moving on.
Moonwing. Right. Now this must be it. This must be the Nightwing one. And yeah. So this is So this is Nightwing and Moon Knight. But the thing is, Moon Knight is meant to be Marvel's equivalent-ish to Batman, essentially.
Yeah.
So then why merge him with Nightwing?
Again.
Like, I like the look of the costume. Don't get me wrong. I think it looks...
Okay, like from a goofy perspective, I actually like this.
That looks pretty damn cool. But it's just like, we'll have a look at the wiki, and I can guarantee the wiki's got absolutely fudge all to it.
Oh no, it doesn't actually.
Okay, so we have something to work with.
Okay.
I think, to be fair, let's have a look. Dick Grayson. So they haven't changed the name. Okay, so we start off with it being actually Dick Grayson. Was an acrobat in the local circus. Was forced out because he was suffering from split personality. Okay, now that... Because Moon Knight's got multiple personality.
Yes.
Okay, so you're trying something. That okay. His other name is Mark Spector. Okay, so they are trying with this one. But then the thing is, it's like, it goes on to like saying, oh, he was about to go to college. He trains an apprentice named Jason Todd. So there's like, okay, second Robin, but there is no Robin. It's literally him going straight into Nightwing. But then why give it to Jason Todd? Because he doesn't become Nightwing, he becomes Red. Anyway, sorry, it's me ranting. Jason's body was exhumed by Hydra. They turned him into the cyborg Deathlock. What? Hang on. Right.
This is steering off.
So
hang on.
Deathlock is basically a cybernetic character in Marvel from the future. But then, yeah, okay. The whole thing of this amalgam thing, like they start off so well, and then
I actually had hope for this one.
Yeah. And then they just go, I give up. Mate, I don't think they had. He only appeared once. Once in 4 different comics. That's it. I think that's the the whole point of this comic thing was that there was only 4 issues because it was that bad. It's just... No. Okay, now Nuke. This one is Bane and somebody from Hydra. Who do you think it's going to be from Hydra?
From Hydra.
Because, like...
I have a feeling, but...
There's not many big names in Hydra other than Red Skull. And...
I don't think it's Red Skull, though.
No, I know who Red Skull's merged with, and you will laugh your head off, you really will. So it's literally Nuke.
Oh,
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
yeah, but
3 lines.
oh,
3 lines.
Nuke,
Literally, it's just 3 lines.
Nuke uses venom to enhance his strength, just like Bane. He prides himself on strength and fighting ability. Nuke teamed up with Madame Cat as a member of Hydra to take over the power of the Green Skull.
That's it.
That's all?
I love this. Implants as a superpower. Now we both know somebody that could probably have that superpower, but I don't think she would enjoy that.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that we could say to D that she has a superpower because of the. but this is my point. Like, how is that a superpower?
What? So was Michael Jackson a superhero then?
No, he's more of a super villain to kids, but that's a whole other tangent.
Oh, that's not fair. I'm a fan of Michael Jackson.
So am I, till he decided to be dodgy with kids.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
Well, no,
but regardless, love his music. But anyway, let's just get back on topic
so,
here.
This is Green Skull. Now, I like the premise behind this, but he just looks like Yoda when he's had a bad day.
Yoda's long lost dad.
Like, look at that! It's Yoda! Like, I'll get you, Skywalker.
It looks like Yoda as a Star Wars villain.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, it's literally Yoda that's actually normal height. There's nothing on him. Literally nothing on him.
It says no description.
But he's literally emerging of Red Skull and Lex Luthor.
And that's it. Just because.
But, like, the thing is, he has a normal nose. Because normally Red Skull doesn't have a nose.
No.
So he's literally just Yoda, like, human-sized. What the hell?
Oh, whatever.
I mean, again, like, there's next to no logic with the powers either. Like, it's the most basic ones: agility, gadgets, insanely rich, intelligence, leadership,
stamina,
marksmanship,
weapon master.
Everyone's a flipping weapon master, though. Like, I'd love one day to have someone list a character as a weapon noob. Just like, oh, I kind of know how to use this gun. That was my foot.
Yeah, like shoots himself in the foot or something.
But, sorry, I have to. Now, there's 3. There's 3 here that I actually love the name of: Dr. Bongface, The Wiz, and Lobo the Duck.
I was just researching Dr. Bongface the other day, actually.
I mean, the thing is, there was no attempt with this, because Bongface is literally a villain for Howard the Duck. And Scarface. There's nothing on him!
Anybody watching this who smoke bongs, it's not what you think.
No, I know, but that would make more sense for him as a villain. Because, like...
Oh, I'm going to get you, Batman.
There's literally only one image. Because the thing is, like, Bongface in... Well, Dr. Bong, I think, yeah, it's Dr. Bong in the comics. His helmet's meant to be a bell. But then you look at this image, and it looks like if Scarface dunked his head in a gold... Basically, Scarface got attacked by Goldfinger from James Bond. Like... It's just, what the fudge? Like, what the absolute fudge?
Oh, God.
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. But what the fudge? There's nothing on him.
I bet he has a great headbutt, though.
I mean, like, there's nothing about him.
I really wish there was a description.
I mean, it's so bad that you can't even know the name of the creator. The creator obviously didn't want to be found out.
Probably embarrassed.
Like,
Powers.
There's not even a real name for him. It's just literally Dr. Boneface. Like, that just sounds like something from Austin Powers. But it's just, oh my God. He was only in 3 issues. 3 issues, and nobody knows his name. Nobody knows what powers he has.
He made it into 3.
Like, he doesn't even die.
Powers, none.
There's nothing to him. It's just...
It was just a bloke with the bell on his head.
So let's go to Lobo the Duck. Like, I love this because like Lobo is meant to be DC's version of Wolverine. He's an alien bounty hunter with like insane healing factor.
Yeah.
And then he's merged with Howard the Duck. So you basically. Oh Christ! Lobo the Duck is very good with the ladies. I bet he is. As well as his work, he has a problem. He already has a girlfriend, Balverine. His girlfriend caught him a few times trying to have sex with his female partners. What? Billy the Millie and Gamorilla. Bev usually beats his head. I'm sure she does, but that's
Let's not get too far into that.
One of the aliases, Lobo D. Lobo D.
It sounds like code for low blow D.
You got Duckbow, the main duck bow, Lady's Duck. Why does that sound like a sanitary towel? Like a really off-brand one? Like,
ladies. Our brand new Lady's Duck.
Lady's Duck. For your sensitive parts. And then you got like... Right, the first power here, we got Berserker Strength. Can you imagine a duck with a berserker? That's Donald Duck. Cosmic. Right, okay, fair enough. Escape artists, healing, immortal, intellect, invulnerability, super eating. Huh?
Pretty sure I have that superpower.
So do I, especially these sweets, which we can't name because we're not sponsored yet. The thing is, like, we look at these images, there's quite a lot of them. And it's just, it basically looks like Daffy Duck.
On acid.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is literally.
This thing is nightmare fuel.
It's like if Daffy Duck and the Joker had a love child. Because he's got the white skin and the green hair.
All part of the Knights Templar as well.
Very true. But... oh, God. But then, like, we go to the last one, because The Wiz. It just sounds like a really, really bad, like...
Toilet man.
Because the thing is that there's the Whizzer, which is like a speedster. He used to work with Captain America during World War One.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's merged with Jay Garrick. That makes a bit of sense, and it's literally just one sentence. A super speedster who is confident in his powers and joins Super Soldier on overseas missions to track down stolen government equipment. And he only has one power, obviously, super speed. That's it. Like,
the Flash under a different name.
Well, that's literally it. Like, I mean, we look at the image. There's only one image, and like,
that's it.
Well, it's like with the Wizard, he only had a yellow uniform, and then you got the Flash, who had like an army hat for his like part of his costume.
Yeah.
Which I never understood because when you super speed, how does it stay on? Like, there can't be enough inertia in the world to keep it glued to your head if you're going at super speed. But it's just like you're looking at this, and it's like a combination of an army hat, and then just like I'm assuming they're trying to do like wings or like lightning bolt, but it just looks like
kind of like we saw with the Captain America wings, like on the side of his. Yeah.
But it just looks like when girls can't do mascara right, they do really bad eyebrows or something like. But
or their eyelashes are mutated.
Yeah.
Right. Who else?
Which one do you want to go for? That one or that one?
American Belle.
American Belle.
Bella.
So
Belle. Yeah.
American Bella.
American Belle. Right.
Liberty Belle and Miss America. Okay, so two patriotic characters. Right. So like, it starts off really well. It's like the only female member of the All-Stars winner squadron. She is often unsure about herself, but concerned about the well-being of her teammates. This sounds like a 1950s thing, like straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Because then it goes, she has romantic feelings for Super Soldier, but has to keep it secret because she's too shy to tell him. Huh? Okay. It's just like...
Why doesn't he love me?
I mean, the thing is, like, we're looking at her, there's only 2 images, but the style that they've done her in...
Oh, for God's sake. It's proper 50s style.
Yeah, she looks like a blonde Peggy Carter. That's literally it. But...
Yeah.
Like, it's either that or olive oil from Popeye. Like, save me, Cap, save me! Like...
But like, even because of the name, wanted to put a bell in the centre of her chest as well.
Well, that was the Liberty Bell part of the costume. That's how she...
I understand, but...
Yeah, it's an odd one. And then we have...
Prof.
Just which
Prof.
basically looks like Mr. Fantastic put his wash in with a red sock. Because his uniform is pink.
And he's got the tentacles of Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, hang on. Prof. Haley and Reed Richards. I don't know who Prof. Haley is. Hang on. Fudge, wrong button. Who is Prof. Haley? Because I don't know that.
I don't know Prof. Haley either.
It's got to be very obscure.
Not much to go on. Here.
No. Okay, so...
There's not much to go on.
No, there's not a lot to go on.
We're just going to have to make some just best guesses on this one.
But basically, like, it's meant to be Reed Richards and this other guy, but then somehow ends up with robotic arms. Like, Doc Ock.
Yeah, but who's this other character if it's not Doc Ock? I just gave up.
Yeah. Let's try it. Let's go.
It's like writing an essay and didn't have time to finish it.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, so is this...
Should we go to the last page and finish up?
Yeah, go on. Then we can do like some of our own fusions as well.
Captain America Jr.
Wonder Cat.
Yeah, hang on. But there isn't even a Captain America in the first place because that's Super Soldier. So, right. Okay. Wonder Cat. Silver Lance. Vermin...
Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, yeah.
Either it's Voldemort's long-lost son, or it's one of the Von Trapps.
One line. Not even barely.
Right,
that.
I'm not even attempting that, because there's like literally one sentence, and I have no idea who one of them is.
I go down Red Lash.
Red Lash.
Oh, wait.
That's Scarlet Witch, and that's Lash, who I believe is one of the Furies from...
Scarlet Witch and...
Yeah, Lashina, who is one of the Furies from the New Gods, I believe. Yes, yeah, one dark side female Furies.
Okay.
That's an interesting combo, but there's nothing
I've
on
never
her.
seen this one before.
Have you not?
No.
So basically, her entire suit is like loads of different cables and stuff, and she can manipulate it to ensnare people.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just psychotic. Which is probably why she's paired up with Scarlet Witch, because she's psychotic.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on her. Like, there's literally just
one line
who they're and she's only got
Powers
magic. That's such a letdown, because that could have been really cool.
I want to look at this one. Mystique. No description.
Miss T. Who the hell is Miss T? Is it Mr. T's sister?
Let me see. Creators don't even want to be named. Shapeshifter.
That's all. There's nothing.
That is it.
Like, we're looking at the last few ones, and there's like they only appear in one comic. Probably is like a random panel. That's it. That's so disappointing. Like, it starts.
I'm so disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, like some of this. Like, we got White Witch here, which
okay, pretty cool. Yeah.
Doctor Strange Fate's assistants, and the amalgamation of Zatanna, which is quite cool. Hang on, what? So there's 2 Scarlet Witch mergings. What?
Wait, how does this work? Hang on.
So we run into another problem where we had like the Bruce Wayne and the Dark...
Yeah, we had Bruce Wayne and then like
Dark
when he was
Claw.
combined with
See, this makes more sense because it's 2 magic users, and she looks pretty awesome actually. I do like the look of that. Like, they could just do that as Scarlet Witch in the comics, because the thing is, because her brother Quicksilver's got greyish hair, that would look amazing.
That looks cool.
we'll show you images later, but basically it's a combination of Scarlet Witch's like usual attire, but with white instead of red, and then you got the red cape. But then you got Zatanna's fishnet stockings, which I'm not disagreeing with. But that's an interesting combo because Zatanna's magic is backward magic. Basically, when she casts spells, she says whatever she wants to happen,
she has to say
saying
it,
backwards.
yeah.
But then it's like with Scarlet Witch, her magic is chaos magic.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a hell of a thing to try and do. Like,
That's okay. I understand that.
Because chaos magic in itself is a incredibly difficult. Even Doctor Strange has like issues with it because it's the most unpure magic from what I can remember. Trying to say that backwards, like, I mean, because the thing is, like, chaos magic is almost like satanic sort of stuff, and you know, like, there's always that old theory you could play a record backwards and you get satanic messages.
Yeah, but it's like kind of it's kind of like going into like what I do on like Phantasma with sometimes when it's like even you can get a guitar pedal when you put that into like your amplifier connected to your guitar, and obviously the sound that you play goes in reverse.
Yeah,
you know, it's the same when people say there's hidden messages in like famous songs.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's what I was trying to go towards. Is like if that's the case, does
Then-
two negatives make a positive? Thus, why she has to say it normally?
This is really interesting, actually. This is
Because, like I say, because it's normally she does backwards magic as Zatanna,
Yeah.
and then chaos magic she says normally anyway, but it's all chaos magic gibberish, like runey sort of thing. So it's devilish sounding. So would she either say the devilish thing backwards?
Yeah.
Because, like, we're looking at her and she doesn't look like a devilish character. She looks very
No.
pure and innocent. So it's good to try and think. Like,
Yeah.
how is it's like I mean, we have to come back to that, I think, because I mean I think that's the one that stumped us so far. Because all the others
That's
are, like,
the only one that we can't
well, all the others made some reasonable sense because there's like logic with the fusing. With these two, it's a good match,
but
it's just trying to make it work.
it's like, you know, it can work, but how?
Yeah.
How's it going to work?
Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean,
That is really interesting, actually. That might be another video in itself.
yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think what else we got. Diana Prince, which I am trying to see. She looks almost like Black Canary, but she's not. So
She's not amalgamated with anyone.
So basically, it is Wonder Woman, but she looks like Black Canary. Okay.
Wonder where this is going to go.
Oh, hang on. So she received adamantium bracelet. What?
Wait,
No.
hang on.
Adamantium's. Yeah, but she'd have vibranium or adamantium. What? We're looking at this on
Oh, Jesus.
Comic Vine. I'm sure it could be altered wrong, but I normally go by this because it's the only thing that generally is updated right. Ooh, I like this. Uatu the Guardian. So you got the Guardians of the Universe,
Yeah.
and you got Uatu the Watcher. Uatu is basically like the guy who watches the universe. The Guardians are basically the ones that make Green Lantern. like it's like there was no attempt. It just says amalgam of Uatu the Watcher, and there are like several Watchers throughout the Marvel thing, and then it just says a Guardian of the Universe. Like there are names for the Guardians of the Universe. There's Ganthet, that's one of them. They could have just done that. But it basically looks like the villain from what's that? It wasn't a Disney one, but it was like the same sort of animation style.
Oh, Christ.
It was like it had a blue alien with a big head, and I can't remember what it was called now.
I don't remember.
But he was a bad guy trying to be a good guy, and it didn't work. Or it did, I can't remember. He basically looks like that. We have to put images up later. But I mean, one of the best ideas I saw was Iron Lantern, which is what I want to do as a cosplay.
That is friggin' wicked.
Yeah, I told you about
cool.
him ages ago. It's basically an amalgamation of Hal Jordan and Tony Stark. And so he basically, like, they blend their origin stories. So it's like he had the crash, but he uses shrapnel from an alien ship to create the piece inside his heart. That's the stubble fragments in his heart.
Like the arc reactor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's literally a Green Lantern power battery of sorts, but it's an arc reactor as well, and that's what powers the suit.
This is cool.
Like, this one is probably the most thought out one of all of them.
Out of all the ones that we've been through, this is probably the best one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can tell they
that's actually got a good degree of substance to it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, you can tell they put some reasonable effort into it, but the only downside, I don't know who they tried to make him look like, but he looks like a Bond villain.
I know, it doesn't look like doesn't look like Howard Stark or Tony Stark.
He doesn't look like Hal Jordan. He doesn't look like Tony Stark. The only thing I can say is, like, I don't know. He just looks like something from a noir movie. Like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But other than that, like, the actual suit itself looks spot on.
It looks badass. It looks wicked.
I'd love to try and make that, and I'll probably have to do it at some point. But
we probably will.
Look at the list of powers. Like, this is how thought out. Like, all of that. I mean, it is literally just Iron Man and Green Lantern, but there is a lot of thought. I mean, he's even got time travel. Like, Green Lantern never had that, and neither did Tony Stark.
Yeah, but don't forget, like, because like Tony Stark in like Endgame, he did figure out time travel.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it's not an actual power. He just built something to time travel. But because of like its emerging of Green Lantern and Tony Stark, it's weird, but it's cool at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that's actually got some. That's actually been thought out.
Like, it's literally an entire page dedicated to this character. There's actually information on it, but he only appears in like 2 different comics. That makes no sense.
That is a shame. That is a massive shame.
Yeah. It's so odd. It really is. Like, it's the only one that seems to be the most thought out of everyone that we've discussed today. I mean, do you want to do one more? Or should we wrap up?
Oh, let's just do one more before we wrap up.
Okay, let's have a look. Go on to this page, see if there's anything. I'm trying to think. There's got to be somebody on here that. Like, we're going further and further into it to the point where I don't even recognise who they're trying to be. Like, who the hell is that? I'm assuming it must be the Question and somebody else, but I could be wrong. No!
Kingpin and the Riddler.
And it just, like...
Oh my god.
But the thing is, though, you look... What the fudge?
Oh my Christ.
Like, what? I thought that was a circle at first. I didn't think it was a question mark.
I thought it was a circle.
Because he's, like, he got the bit on the chin. It's just... Okay, right, let's see if there's an actual origin story to this, because...
I bet there isn't. Oh no, there is.
The big man in town of New Gotham, Fisk reigns as the Quizmaster, Crime Lord Supreme. The big question is compelled by obsession to undermine his... See, I wouldn't... Like, I really wouldn't have put those two together.
I wouldn't.
Because, like, Wilson Fisk, while he does have intelligence, he's not that intelligent. So why would you give him the
He's no more intelligent than your average crime lord.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the whole point of the Kingpin is, like, he's a massive dude that just threatens people. That's pretty much it. But he's a crime boss. Like, he doesn't do thought out plans. He's just a gangster. It's just... I mean, the thing is, after all this, and after all this, I think they could have had such an amazing idea, and then it flopped.
Yes.
Like, there was so much potential of it to actually work, to actually be something, to actually be a really cool combo, and then they just thought, sod it, we'll just do half and half and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Sucks, really. But that's pretty much it from today's episode. I do apologise us going slightly blue, but it's the way it goes. Our lighting's a bit temperamental. But this will be edited better at some point and hopefully have better tech when it actually works. And in the meantime, it's been, well, enjoyable.
It's been real.
And do this again sometime.
Laters.
Bye.